Welcome everyone to the fourth and final day here of X Games Minneapolis 2017. We are inside the U.S. Bank Stadium, which is normally home to the Minnesota Vikings, and today it's home to Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. Good afternoon, everyone. Jimmy Coleman here, sitting alongside Scotty Kramer. We've got Brian Kaczynski in the field, and well, BMX Dirt, one of my favorite events to watch, Scotty, and basically as you see by that practice shot right there on the course, these guys come down that roll and they're going to have three big jumps to contend with out here today, but a brand new feature on the course this year, there's a quarter pipe at the end of the jumps.
You do not see a quarter pipe usually in dirt jumping, but today you are going to see some crazy BMX jumping. Also, at the end of it, a quarter pipe. It's going to be insane.
So you got Kevin Peraza coming into this thing, your defending gold medalist from last year. Now, we had a qualifier earlier in the week. By virtue of him being the defending gold medalist, actually our entire podium from last year, they did not have to ride in the opening qualifier. As you look at some highlights from last year at X Games Austin, KP gets to ride last being the defending gold medalist. But this gentleman right here, Nick Bruce, he's one to watch for out here today, Scotty.
Nick Bruce came up in the qualifying, delivering an insane run that could have been right at the top of that one. Judging was so close in that qualifying, but the word on the street is Nick has some crazy tricks that he has in his bag that he wants to unleash perfect on this final.
Now, there are 10 riders in the field. We took 7 from the qualifier earlier in the week, and we have our 3 podium finishers from last year. But there is the start list, and, man, there is some serious firepower in that start list right there, Scotty.
When I'm looking over the start list, I see all the potential tricks that we could potentially see in this final right here, and it's going to be absolutely insane. 3 runs each person. It's going to be endless.
And that's a change from this year compared to last year. Last year, you had to have 2 runs, 2 good runs. They took your 2 best runs and combined them together. This year, it's 3 runs, and it's just the best run that counts. Again, 10 athletes in the lineup out here, 5 judges. They're working off of a 100-point scale and basically take the high and the low scores out. The remaining 3 are averaged together. And the big key here this year, it's just the best run. It's not your 2 best runs. You just need 1 big, huge run to get on the podium. And again, with that quarter pipe feature added, that does factor into the equation. Judges are looking at overall impression on what you do on all 3 jumps and that quarter pipe hit.
Overall impression is going to be crucial today. They want to see perfect landings, feet on the pedals, no casing, and the best tricks possible.
And we started off with an X Games rookie. This guy's known for his solid riding and his smooth style. As we get set to kick off here at Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final, this is Australia's Brandon Lupos, and it's kind of nerve-wracking a little bit being an X Games rookie and having to start things off. But what goes through your mind as you're getting ready to come down that roll?
Complete focus. You are worried exactly about what you're going to be doing on this bike. So Brandon starting it off with a backflip tail over the first one into the 720, very similar to what we saw in the qualifying actually. And there's the triple tail whip
and into the quarter pipe.
Massive 540 right there. So what I'm seeing is he's getting his feet wet in this one. He's actually going out there trying to get a run established, and he's going to keep on progressing as the day goes on. So here's a replay of the flip whip. As you can see, backflip and a tail whip combined. Perfectly spotting the landing, great control. He actually squeezed in a pedal there. That was interesting. And the triple tail whip, he's one of the fastest tail whipping riders that we have in the field today. Easily catches the bike, plenty of distance above the landing. Perfect from Brandon Lupos.
That was crazy how fast he's able to get the frame of that bike to whip around 3 complete times. Again, as we roll through this competition here today, the best possible run score you can get is 100. And it's tough. You're the first guy out of the gate. You're setting the bar for things. You got to shake off the nerves. You're setting the pace. But again, with the best run counting, I like that format a lot better. It changes up the strategy quite a bit. This gentleman right here, no stranger to BMX Dirt Gold, talking about Ryan Nyquist. He's tasted gold in this event before. He's actually been riding slope-style mountain bike competitions over the last year.
He's an unbelievable bike rider. It just goes to show. So dropping in, going with a 360 one-handed X-up over the first one, 360 bar spin back, and then on the third hit, double bar spin. Classic Ryan Nyquist right there, ending with a 540 bar spin.
I was going to say, I was going to try to squeeze that in before he went and watched the handlebars. He's known for spinning the bars in the middle of his tricks, but how about that with the 540 bar spin off that quarter to that roller landing?
You know, it's a great use of the quarter pipe right there. But here we go. This is going to be the second jump, I believe. So catches the bar spin, tosses it back the other direction right there. And you can see his front wheel is still spinning. I think the next shot we're going to see might be the backflip double bar spin. Yep. And you can see the front wheel is stopped. And that allows the bike to be able to spin upside down like that because the rotational weight of the wheel will disrupt the spin and it will not come around. So it's kind of technical when it comes down to it.
Look at how he sends it. He just gets into that backflip and just casually floats those bars around. 2 complete rotations. So Brandon Lupo set the bar with a 71.66. Ryan will check in with a 78.33, and that'll put him in the top spot as of right now. Another X Games rookie right here out of Deerfield Beach, Florida. We're going to welcome in Brian Fox. And look out, this guy is known for going big.
Big is right. Look at this double backflip straight away. Right to the truck driver. He's got great speed. Let's see what he does with it. And he spins it. Oh, man.
A little too much around on the rotation, but that is 3 360s in the middle of one jump there at the end of the run.
Oh, unbelievable. Man, that was so close right there. You know what? Look at this, the double backflip starting off. He is so good at these. Him and Andy Buckworth are one of, they're both the people that are able to throw these on pretty much any jump they come across. And look at that, perfect landing, both wheels touch pretty much at the same time. And here's the 1080, everything looks so good. You can see he's locked in the form right there, spinning around, but it starts to flatten out right here. As you can see, when the back wheel delivers, the front wheel's still high. He cannot get his weight to the front end, and it sends him to his side and makes him slide out.
If he's able to clean that one up, again, it's 3 runs. It's the best of your 3 runs that counts, and I'm excited to see what he may throw into the quarter pipe at the end of that run, but we'll see more of Mr. Fox here in round number 2. As of right now, here in round number 1, it's Ryan Nyquist sitting in the top spot. We'll have more Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. The 4th and final day here of X Games Minneapolis. We're here at Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. Fruit of the Loom, their tagline is breathable moments, and I guess if you need a breather, it was hot out here the other day. I guess you can go in front of this giant fan out there. I'm not sure how the parachute part of that ties in the equation there, Scotty, but I would say that's definitely a breathable moment right there.
I have to fully agree with you on that one. Looks pretty fun, though, actually.
That's outside. Here inside the U.S. Bank Stadium, we've dropped 3 riders out of 10 here in this opening round out of 3, and it is Ryan Nyquist that sits in the top spot as of right now. 3 rounds of competition here in the Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. It's your best run that counts as we get set to bring in Colton Walker, another X Games rookie, working double duty out here this weekend. He was in the park final yesterday, and he's another one of those guys that's got a deep arsenal of tricks and has some explosive firepower that he can bring to the dirt course.
Insane combos we're about to see right now. He's able to combine tricks that no other rider can. Exactly. Bar spin tail with backflip. Oh, no. We didn't get the best landing. Had to go with a straight jump there, but 360 double downside tail whip into the flare whip. You know what? That's going to be not the run he was looking for, but you got to start. You got to get your nerves going. You have to be able to get in the groove somehow.
Taking another look at it right here. It started off good on the first set.
That's beautiful. He landed a little bit low, and it looks like his feet weren't on the pedals properly, so he couldn't get the best hit for the second jump. But
the speed jump the second set to try to keep momentum going to get over set number 3.
But sometimes that's how it goes. I've been there before when you have all these nerves and you're coming into your first run, and sometimes you're not able to get to where you want to. But you know what? You just got to use that as a chance to shake out the nerves and get going with the rest of the day.
Okay, Logan Martin. He was in the park competition yesterday as well. This guy is a very talented park rider. The depth of tricks that this guy is able to do, just insane.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at him already. Crazy combos. He landed a little rough. Let's see if he's got the speed. Backflip double tail whip.
Oh, boy.
Into a triple tail whip there at height.
I mean, there's just so much going on. I mean, it's only 3 jumps, and then you've got that quarter pipe. So we talked about this earlier. If you don't get a perfect landing, that could throw out the entire cadence of your run.
You're totally right. So here we go. Backflip bar spin, 2 tail up on the first one. Great combination. And he follows it up with another one. A front flip bar spin.
He spins the bars on that.
Yeah, it's insane. And then he puts it into a tuck no-hander, puts the bar straight into his lap. And he landed right here.
Oh, did you see that left hand coming off?
Yeah.
I didn't see that at real-time speed.
It happens. That's how BMX is. But,
all right, so an 89.66, so he will take the top spot as we are halfway through the run order here in round number 1 out of 3. Your top 3 right now, it's Martin, Nyquist, and Lupos. Nicely done there by Logan Martin. And we talked about this gentleman at the top of the show as being one to watch out for. Another X Games rookie. We got a couple of them in the final out here today. He too working double duty, competing in both park and dirt this weekend. This is Nick Bruce.
Nick is so passionate about BMX riding. And look at that, starting off with a 360 no-handed backflip.
Did you see how high that was?
Wow, 360 double downside tail whip into an underflip double whip. Fantastic stuff. Flare downside. Look how clean this guy rides his bike. That was such a great first run to get things going. He's got to feel fantastic about himself.
Now we get into the replays. If we see that first hit, watch the pop that he gets off the lip and watch how high he goes on this.
Look at this. Perfect form. Takes his hands off, fully extended, and he lands so well right here.
That was the perfect landing on that trick.
And this is over the last jump. I called it an underflip because you see he's leaning to his left side. He's not like fully committed to going straight back, but it's almost like a flare whip, but you're going straight over the jump. And flare whips are pretty much easy for Nick Bruce at this point. He's so good at it.
And again, what we talked about at the top of the show, that quarter pipe is a brand new feature. We have not seen that with BMX Dirt here in the X Games in years past, and it is factoring into the score out here today. So Nick will go with an 88 flat for that first run, and that'll slide him into second place as of right now. Kyle Baldock, he is the owner of count them three, actually they were 3 consecutive X Games BMX Dirt gold medals, and he's in for his first of 3 attempts.
Well deserved because of tricks like that. Backflip, double bar spin, into it, front flip duck no-hander, into the third jump. Oh my goodness, a tail whip 720, and then a 540 flare. That was really good right there. See, Kyle, he came in with a couple combinations that we haven't seen yet so far, especially the last jump. That was definitely his best jump out of the 3.
Now, last year, actually, we'll go through the replays.
Yeah, well, here it is.
Story about last year.
Here's the 720 tail up. He catches it, and he's got to keep on spinning. Keeps that body in form. Perfect, actually. And right into the quarter pipe here.
What I was going to say about last year you needed 2 good runs combined together. He had the single highest run score of the competition, but he was unable to get a second run down last year. So we'll see what happens with the score here for him. And he will slide in with an 88.66, so that'll slide him into second place. So it's Martin, Baldock, and Bruce still to come. We've got more of round 1 when we come back after this message and a word from our ABC station.
All right, I am down here on the starting ramp, and Sunday is usually the day of rest, but these guys are putting in work. I just talked to James Foster, and he basically just said, just another day riding bikes, having fun, gonna do some tricks. That's...
All right, so Brian, we're actually going to have you stick around and call this run here with Scotty. So James Foster, he was your bronze medalist from last year, and well, he comes into this event here today with a gold medal that he got on Friday night in BMX Big Air, and what a monster run that was for him. He got it done on his 4th and final run. He is your BMX Big Air gold medalist here for 2017, but he's looking to get some work done here in Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt, Scotty.
He had me holding onto the railing during his BMX Big Air. I almost fell over. That's how crazy his run was. So I can only imagine what kind of momentum he's going to bring into this one right now.
Well, he's been working hard in the offseason. You see that concentration as he goes through the motions there in his head before the run. And here we go with James Foster.
Oh, man. That's not the way you want to start out your run right there.
So he's up. He's okay. Just had to throw that one away over the first set right there. Again, the format, you get 3 runs. It's the better of your 3 runs that counts.
Look at that. He throws the bars, and he misses his hand on that bar skin. Can you imagine being upside down and trying to find your hand? Look at that. He's got 2 hands on 1 handlebar.
Did you see he's still fighting for the grab on that? He almost was able to pull that back in and land with the handlebars backwards.
I don't know how far that would have gotten him anyway.
I actually saw him do that at the Nitro World Games a couple of weeks ago. He went to try a backflip triple bar spin and caught the bars backwards and rode out of that.
Well, BMX must be evolving then, because these are tricks that I didn't know.
Ben Wallace, your defending silver medalist from last year. This is his 6th appearance here. Got a silver medal last year as well as in 2014 here in BMX Dirt.
Ben Wallace is known for insane style, control. Everything about what he does is so huge. Look at that massive 360 look back. Right into a double tail whip. Heading to the 3rd jump now. 360 look back to downside tail whip.
It was a nice little combo move for Ben there.
And an X up to look back right there. We saw 3 look backs in that run, which is quite interesting. There was a lot of the same what he did last time in X Games when he was here. He did unleash that 360 look back to downside whip there as well. So
taking another look at it here.
Double tail whip, extremely precise. Should be, you know, second jump, that's where you need to make sure you land as best as you can to get ready for your last jump right here, and which is the 360 look back to tail whip. 3 tricks at the same time. Pretty amazing, actually.
Ben, a very solid rider, always known for good execution on his tricks as well as great extension. So a 79.33 for him. So last year's silver medalist will slide into 4th place as of right now with 1 rider left to go in the lineup here in round 1. Before he drops in, let's check in with last year's dirt gold medalist Kevin Peraza in this Road to X, brought to you by Pacifico.
Kevin, let's learn a little bit more about you. What got you into BMX in the first place?
My dad grew up riding BMX in Mexico when he was younger, and then got my older brother David into it at the racetrack, and then so on myself, and now Victor and Eddie are all riding, you know. Everyone but my mom.
Yeah. So what have you been up to since last year's X Games gold medal?
I've been traveling nonstop, you know. I'm more than blessed to travel the world doing what I love to do, and literally been to every country besides, like, Middle East and India this past year. Yeah, it's unreal, man. I can't believe it still.
So tell me about the Boise Park qualifier. Was that nerve-wracking going in just to try to secure an invitation to X Games Minneapolis?
Defending dirt gold medalist trying to get to X Games Park in Minneapolis, Kevin Peraza.
We're all competing for 6 spots. You can only imagine what we're all going through. Pool coping for me is so terrifying as well, but
he's just having fun out there.
Other than that, it was good times. You know, we all finished out super good. I ended up taking 3rd place, which is amazing for me. I was super hyped up. Super cool to see X Games open up their doors and bless dudes that don't have the opportunity to get invited to actually come and try to make it, you know, and like.
And at Minneapolis, I mean, is it hard for you to juggle 2 events?
I mean, I don't mind. I love riding. I mean, if I wake up healthy, you know, and I can ride, I'm gonna ride. So if I got to do double practice, that's double events that I could potentially get a medal in or do good in, you know, and just to have a good time for sure.
2 chances for a gold are better than 1. Where do you find the motivation to stay at the top?
Like I say all the time, I think enjoying what you do and remembering why you started in the first place. You know, wake up and remember that life could be worse.
Absolutely.
BMX has blessed me, and I'm more than thankful to have a family that supports me and that all ride BMX. If I can motivate them to do better for themselves, then I'm doing something good. Just feel blessed, you know. And
do you feel more pressure going into Minneapolis this year versus last year now that you're the defending champion?
A lot of people ask me that, and obviously I do feel like there's pressure because I want to do good for myself. You know, I've done it once, and I feel like if I could do it again, you know, the chance is there, and I just have to just feel it out that day and make it happen.
Did you see he just lays himself out, his body's parallel to the ground?
Send it.
Well, I can't wait, man. We'll see you send it. Good luck in Minneapolis.
Yeah, for sure, man.
There.
Thank you guys
for the bike ride stroll. Let's go have some fun, shall we?
Sweet. I'll see you guys later.
All right, peace.
Well, did you hear that question from Jag? He said, what's it going to be like trying to juggle 2 different disciplines here at the X Games? Obviously, it wasn't a problem. You know why? Because yesterday, he took the gold medal in Toyota BMX Park. So he's got a gold medal from yesterday in BMX Park. He comes into this as your defending dirt gold medalist.
Kevin's just always having the best time ever on his bike. You can see that beautiful 360 can-can. Massive Superman. Oh, he lost his feet a little bit, but he's still going. 360 one-handed tabletop. And he's going to end it off with a flare invert, but inside. It's the opposite direction that he would usually do it.
You see how he quirks that out? You can't really click that trick any further than what you just saw right there. Get some love right there with the Peraza banner you see hanging off the side of the rail.
At every contest, there's so much of Kevin's family that shows up. It's so cool. They feel like our family as well. So here we go, the 360 one-handed tabletop. You see how he lays the bike sideways, stretches that hand off, leans the bike. Extremely stylish, very Kevin Peraza-like. So. And just fantastic control from him. That's all I could really say. Just everything he does is so precise. Look at this right here. Coming in, folding the bike up. Look at his foot completely off that pedal there.
Look at where his shoulder dips into the front tire on that one as he manages to bring that one around.
He contorts his body into like folding that bike. It's pretty amazing. Great looking trick. So let's see where the judges put him.
Comes from a big BMX family. He's got 3 brothers, David, Eddie, Victor. His dad also rides as well. What's it going to be? It's a 76.33 for him, so that'll leave him in 6th as of right now. We've completed round number 1 out of 3. We still have 2 more rounds left to go here in Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final, but as of right now, it's Logan Martin, Kyle Maldop, and Nick Bruce. Your top 3 will have round 2 when we come back to US Bank Stadium. Welcome back to the 4th and final day here at X Games Minneapolis. Brand new home for the X Games here in 2017. That gentleman right there is a member of the X Games family. His name is Luke, but he's more commonly known as the Dingo. He's out there. He's our fashion model right now, trying out some of the official X Games merchandise you can get, and the skateboards. As you see him trying some kick flips inside the merch tent. That's out there in the X Fest. But if you're not here on site and you want to get some X Games gear, you can log on to xgames.com/merchandise, or xgamesmerchandise.com, I should say, and you can get all your gear, whether it's hats, t-shirts, all that. They've got skateboards as well, and again, that's at xgamesmerchandise.com. Here inside the US Bank Stadium, though, we've completed round 1 out of 3 here in Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt, and this is where we stand. 10 riders in the field, but it's Australia's Logan Martin in the top spot with an 89.66. Kyle Baldock not too far behind with an 88.66, and it's Nick Bruce, who we talked about as one to watch for at the top of the show, sitting in that 3rd spot right now with an 88 flat. Right now, let's check in one more time out in the field with Brian Kaczynski.
All right, we're down here with Logan Martin. Logan, after run 1, you're sitting in the top spot. What is your strategy moving forward?
So I just wanted to get the first one out of the way. I've done exactly what I wanted to do. A little bit sketchy, but I'm going to do the same thing. I've got a few more things to do in the next 2 rounds, but yeah, we'll make it happen.
You got the target on your back. Good luck, man.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
I like how casual he was about that, Scott. He's like, yeah, you know, it's a little bit sketchy. I got the first one out of the way. It makes me nervous. I get goosebumps thinking about what that guy could possibly bring in rounds 2 and 3. As we start over at the top of the run order here, it is the best of your 3 runs that count here. Just to recap, the best possible run score you can get is 100 points. So we get set to bring back in Brandon Lupos, one of our X Games rookies. We've got several of them in the field here today. Brandon's currently sitting in 7th place as of right now.
Another insane Australian rider. Got such big tricks. As you can see, backflip, double tail, lands that perfectly. Going straight into the cash roll in the 2nd set. What has he got in the 3rd? 360 triple tail.
Just has to hang on through the quarter pipe, and there you go. A solid 2nd run for Brandon Lupos.
Wow, that was crazy.
Now that cash roll, that's a big one over the 2nd set. You got a lot to talk through when we go through that replay to explain to the fans what exactly goes into that trick.
All right, well, here we go on the first one, the backflip double tail. I know this trick very, very well. He catches it, and he lands perfect. As you can see, he has full control and the ability to go into the cash roll. Well, this is the 3rd hit. This is the 360 triple tail. Yes, 3 of them, all the way around. He catches the bike, the pedals. I know his foot went a little weird. Yep, you can see right there. I don't know if he was able to put it back on or not.
But going back to that 2nd jump, though, that cash roll, he got such a sweet landing out of that to set him up for that 3rd hit.
Yeah, those cash rolls are interesting. You're able to push through on those. It's a front flip kind of 360, and it could be a 720 off axis as well. So it's a very interesting trick. You're able to push through and continue on. But
that'll give him an 85 flat, slide him up into 4th place. Ryan Nyquist, one of the elder statesmen in the field, coming down the rolling for his 2nd attempt out of 3.
BMX legend right here. I've been looking up to him since I was a kid. Oh my. Well, it looked like his truck driver went wrong on there. I think he went for a double. We will have to see the replay to confirm what happened there, but that's very unlike Ryan Nyquist. Usually he's got these pretty dialed in, so 1, 2.
Oh, it caught his right thigh.
Oh. You see that? He like stopped it.
The bar end caught his right thigh as it was spinning around.
That is crazy looking right there. And he tried his best to catch the bike just like James did, because when the bars are spinning in front of you and you're about to crash on that, that's a possibility you can land on that, and that's the last thing you ever want to do. So you're trying to control it and get it out of the way.
Slides out of that one and able to walk away, so we'll see more of him in round number 3 we get set to take another look at Brian Fox right here. Dad was a big influence when he was growing up. Dad actually owns a bicycle store called State Street Bicycles in Athens, Georgia. And as I mentioned in round number 1, this gentleman is known for going big. He's currently sitting in 9th place as of right now. Had some problems in that first run. But again, with the beauty of the format, it's the best of your 3 runs that count.
I'm pretty excited to see what Brian Fox is able to unleash in this competition. I know how excited he is to be here at X Games. I know how important it is to him. So now to see him get his chance, it's his time to shine right now. So the biggest competition of the year, and he's lined up ready to go.
So obviously apparently they're doing some quick course maintenance right now, so that's why we have this brief hold. But there you get with that overhead shot right there, it gives you the bird's eye view of what these riders are contending with out here today. Those 3 jumps, you've got gaps of 25, 21, and 17 feet. That quarter pipe feature at the end, it's a 8-foot quarter pipe, and then those roller landings, they're 10 feet, but they don't have it's got a roller landing. There's no lip on that thing, so it's a little forgiving on the landings on some of these crazy tricks that these guys are firing off on that quarter pipe. And here we go, rolling him in, Brian Fox.
All right, here we go. He's pumping down the rolling, straight into the double backflip, just like he's been doing. Truck driver, he's got a great pump. Let's see what he delivers. We're getting the 1080 again. Oh, no.
The 1080 gets away from him again.
It was the same kind of crash that he had the last time around. He's coming around, not with his weight where it should be on his bike. Oh, bummer for Brian Fox. So here's the 1080. You can see he's spinning. His body is perfectly straight. He's spinning in access, but right when he comes around, you see how the front end comes back up, pointing on the landing. That's not where you need to be. You need to have your weight above the handlebars so you can get to both wheels on the ground and ride away from it. So he's got to be bummed on that one.
Well, he's got one more run. Again, the change from last year. Last year you had to have 2 runs. This year it's just the best run that counts. So there's still a 3rd round to go, and we will see Brian Fox when we get to that 3rd round. Colton Walker currently sitting in 8th place, another one of our X Games rookies that actually grew up in Minneapolis. The family moved away when he was 7 years old to New Richmond, Wisconsin. Not too far away from here, but a 50-minute drive, so this one's basically a home show for him.
Oh, look at him go. He did the... Oh, he pulled through. He pushed through that. What amazing control. 360 double downside whip. It's a late bar spin on that one. Into the bar spin. That is a huge, huge statement right there by Colton Walker, the local boy. Wow. I can't wait to see replays on this guy. Everything he does is so precise, so controlled, and that was such a great way to go.
Take a look at this in slow-mo to appreciate the magnitude of what happened in that run.
And that's a 2nd jump. He actually pushed through on that one. Look how much he landed. He had to pick up the bike to get right into the top of the landing. And here's the last one, the finishing move, the craziest trick we've seen so far in this quarter pipe. The flare whip to catch bar spin. I don't know how he does this the way he does.
I was gonna say, he's coming around out of that and then manages to spin the bars, catch him and ride away from that. That was a huge, huge finish there for Colton Walker. And a 93 flat.
Wow.
He takes over the top spot. So now your top 3, it's Colton Walker, Logan Martin, and Kyle Baldock. What a huge run right there. The youngest BMX rider at the X Games here this year at just 20 years old, and a huge run there, Scotty.
That was unreal. Honestly, for him to put that together, now he's got everybody else that's on the podium. Their brains are going. They know that they have to step it up. This isn't going to be an easy day for them at all. Huge score. Colton's got to be so proud of himself.
All right, well, he was your leader until that run out of Colton Walker. This is Logan Martin coming down the rolling.
Backflip bars from the tail, very similar to Colton. Great front flip bars from the no-hander. Backflip double tail whip, pretty much the same run that we just saw. Except this time he went for the quad tail whip on the last one.
All right, so here we go. Here comes the chess match.
So hard. There's so many. When it comes to tail whips with Logan, it's so hard because the bike spins so fast, and he's got that Hyperjet fuel bike, so it looks crazy when it's spinning around. Let's see. I got to see the replay of this.
Corey Nastasio was just...
Yeah, when Corey's doing that, you know you did something right. So bar spin to no-handed front flip, very, very technical move. So I really want to see this quarter pipe. Let's see if we can count them. There's 1. There is 2. There's number 3, and then yes, he got around the 4th tail whip.
A quad whip on the quarter pipe.
They're easy for him. They really are at this point. It's crazy.
I mean, to have that kind of hang time to make 4 tail whips come around like that, And what's he going to be? He'll crack into the 90s. He'll get a 91.33, but that's not enough to overtake Colton Walker, so that'll leave him in second place as of right now. So a bit of a dogfight unfolding here in Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. We've got more from round 2 when we come back here to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Welcome back to X Games Minneapolis. 4th and final day here outside the US Bank Stadium. We've got the X Fest, and the US Navy is set up outside there. They are a proud sponsor of the X Games. They've got some cool stuff on display, some interactive games, and you can test out some of their crazy cool equipment that America's Navy uses. And for more about careers available in the Navy, you can check out americasnavy.com. Our X Games Minneapolis coverage continues today at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN with Men's Skateboard Park Final, BMX Park Best Trick, and the Moto X Quarterpipe High Air Final. It should be epic. You can also watch the X Games streaming live on the ESPN app. And the fans are packing in here inside the US Bank Stadium. Why? Because we're in round 2 here in Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. Jimmy Coleman here sitting alongside Scotty Kramer. We got Brian Kaczynski out in the field. We are at the halfway point out of round number 2 out of 3. We saw Colton Walker take the lead earlier. This next gentleman right here, Nick Bruce, set to drop it right now. Let's hear a little bit about what it's like, the mental game that goes into riding here at X Games.
I'm learning that there's more mentality than anything in the sport. So I've been really trying to read about psychology, and it's really helping me as far as growing as a person and feeling really confident.
So we talked about this yesterday in park. Yes, it's very physical, but there's also a huge mental game that goes into prepping for these events, Scotty.
Oh, it's huge. From my personal experience, I learned that you have to be able to beat yourself before you can beat anybody else out here in BMX. You have to believe in yourself fully, and Nick is clearly on his way to doing that. So here we go again. 360 backflip no-hander, right into a 360 double down. So if he hung up a little bit, that's going to
salvage some speed, though. Able to get that front flip over the third set.
Yeah, as you can see, people, they do the layout front flip when they don't have too much speed to be able to continue on. It helps them to keep their momentum going. So you know what? He was able to keep up on the wheels, so that's very important. But here's when things went wrong. 360 double downside tail whip. The tail whip's going the opposite direction. Now when he catches a bike, he just didn't have enough speed to clear the ramp, and that throws off the momentum, and that disrupts his body from continuing on.
He kept his feet off the dirt on that. When you see that one foot wanted to come off and kind of toe drag in the dirt, but he kept his feet on the pedals, and again, able to do a trick over that third and final set there. He had an 88 flat from his first run. He'll stick with that score as of right now. That'll keep him in 4th place. Kyle Baldock, he was your gold medalist in 2013 in Foz do Iguaçu, Brazil, as well as 2014 and 2015 at X Games Austin. He currently sits in a bronze medal position.
Amazing Australian rider. I'm expecting to see some really crazy stuff as this competition goes on from him. And here we go already. 360 flip into the front flip no-hander. 720 tail whip again.
And onto that quarter pipe.
Oh, we went with the front flip flare. That is what they say is a flare is a flip and air combined. So it's pretty much a backflip 180. But this time he went forward with the front flip 180. But this is beautiful right here. 720 tail up, catches the bike, 360 tail up, and rotates the rest with his body. Perfect access. But yeah, things went wrong in this quarter pipe right here. As soon as he pumped up to do the front flip flare, he just didn't get the best pop that he needed, so it sent him to the top of the roller instead of back into the ramp. And you can see his front wheel cases, disrupts everything, and then that's when things went terribly wrong.
Rolling the dice on that one. Just kind of bounced him off and over the bars there, so he's going to have to shake that one off and look to get it done in round number 3. So he's looking at a bronze medalism right now. That first run score's got him sitting in 3rd place. James Foster had a rough go over that first set. Again, your gold medal winner in BMX Big Air on Friday night. What a monster run that he had in that event. He was super fired up about that one, but he's looking to get some work done here in Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt.
Didn't go so well his first run. He had a problem with that backflip bar spin combination he was doing, but if I know James, he's mentally ready and he's going to deliver right now. All right, he went with a backflip no-hander over the first. That's the tail whip over the second one. and a backflip tail up over the third one. This is not his dream run. I know a couple things went wrong. Definitely right there.
You could tell when he did the no-handed backflip out of the first set, you knew that definitely wasn't what he wanted, so maybe a little bit banged up after that first attempt. And
all right, so here we go. This is his crash in his run. You know, it seemed like he was trying to just get a run down just to get, you know, his nerves going, but he did the flare and he didn't pull out enough. His back wheel hit the top of the roller and that disrupted it. But we're going to see James Foster in another run. It's not over yet. It's easy as that to turn everything around in BMX. You know, like I said, it's all mental, and Nick Bruce is completely explaining it as well. So you have to be able to conquer that moment to continue on.
That's a great reference. I was going to go back to that Nick Bruce piece talking about the mentality of it all. Ben Wallace, your defending silver medalist from last year, as well as 2014, walked away with a dirt silver there. He's also riding with some adversity, suffered whiplash in March of last year, and it still affects him. So he's definitely riding with a considerable amount of pain out here today.
Well, it doesn't look like it's stopping him today. He's going massive over the jumps. Oh, he landed a little low on the first one. He went a little bit too high, actually. And he's still keeping it going, though. He's going to be able to get a run scoring, it seems, and that's good for your confidence. That means, you know, you're still feeling out the jumps. Everything that we do is muscle memory on BMX. So while we're riding these jumps every single day during practice, we're trying to remember how far it is, how much air time we need, how much height we need to squeeze in certain tricks and then land into the landing. You can see right here, he missed the majority part of the landing, did not get the speed to continue on, so he had to settle for a straight jump over the second one.
So his first run score was a 79.33. That has him sitting in 6th place as of right now, so he will stick with that. Again, this is round 2. There are 3 rounds, and it is the best run that counts. We have 1 rider left to go here in the run order. He currently sits in 8th place. He didn't exactly get the run down that he wanted that first time around. He's your defending gold medalist in dirt from last year, and he's also your park gold medalist from yesterday, talking about Kevin Peraza.
Oh, that might be the reason why he's smiling so much, but he always is, actually. Look at that's a new one for him. 360 whip to one-handed tabletop. Went for a front flip over the second one into a 360 Superman sea crab, and we'll see if he can deliver on the quarter pipe. Oh, with the tabletop.
The 3-in-1 combo there for Kevin Peraza to cap it off on the quarter pipe.
That was good. That was good right there. I like what Kevin's doing. You know, there's a couple tricks in there that I haven't seen Kevin really do before. So over the last jump right here, this is the 360 Superman sea crab. Great form.
Look at that left leg just kicking out. Great extension.
Yeah, great form from Kevin. And, you know, we're known to see Kevin on that. But you can see he hung up a little bit there. A couple things that disrupted him, but didn't stop him from getting this flare tail whip. Catching the bike, rotating the rest of the way, and then clicking a little tabletop in there.
I was going to say, I like that. Throwing the extra variation in the mix, get your 3-trick-in-1 combo right there. So that'll be an 82 flat for him. So that'll have him in 6th place here at the end of round number 2. We still have 1 more round to go. Kyle Baldock sitting in 3rd, Logan Martin sitting in 2nd, but as of right now, it's an X Games rookie sitting in the top spot. We'll have the conclusion when we come back. Final round, it is the best run that counts, and as of right now, it is the rookie, Colt Walker, who sits in the top spot with a respectable score of 93 flat. However, Logan Martin not too far behind him, the only other score in the 90s with a 91.33, and Australia's Kyle Baldock sits in 3rd. However, it is far from over, as all 10 of these riders are going to get one more run each in their quest for X Games Gold here today. Taking a look at this awesome overhead shot courtesy of the Spider Cam, brought to you by Pacifico. This is what the riders have to contend with here in Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt. They've got 3 jumps as they come down that monster rolling, and something that's brand new here in 2017. We've got the quarter pipe feature at the end of the course. So here we go. We go back up to the top of the start order. It's the 3rd and final round. Last chance for these guys to try to jump up here in Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. We're bringing in Brandon Lupos.
All right, Brandon Lupos dropping on in. Massive backflip double tail up over the first one. Straight into the cash roll. Let's see if he can deliver on the 3rd one. Into the 1080. Oh, no.
Bumped his back tire on the lip of that last set.
Oh, that was so close right there.
He's up and waving to the fans. That's a good sign.
Well, there it is. There's a 1080. He's spinning perfect. He's got such a great spin, just like Brian Fox does. You see him spot the landing. He looks around, but he clips the back wheel just the tiniest bit. If he would have just had a little bit more speed, he would have been perfectly in the clear to land that one. But you know what? He's back up. Everything's okay.
Just have to brush off the dirt on that one, but good to see him get up and walk away, or in this case, ride away right now under his own power. But man, rolling the dice right there. So he'll stick with his second run score, which was the better of the three, and that leaves him in 5th place. As of right now, Ryan Nyquist has had some adversity out here this afternoon. He's sitting up there on top of the rolling, ready to get unleashed for his 3rd and final run. He is number 3 on the all-time BMX most medals list here in the history of the X Games. That's a pretty impressive stat to give you an idea of his longevity in BMX competitions here at the X Games.
He's been in it since the beginning. I've been such a fan of Ryan Nyquist's riding. So, ooh, he did a straight 360 there into the 360 suicide double truck driver. And he's going to end it with a 720. Oh!
That was a wild-looking 720 spin. They're not the typical type of 720 spin that you see out of Ryan.
You're right. I was just about to say that. As soon as I saw him go on his second rotation and not be able to spot his landing like normal, he's just too leaned in. He's too nosedive right here. You know, it looked like he was supposed to land pointing to the left of the screen instead of coming towards us. So things didn't go right at all. But you know what? Ryan Nyquist is a true BMX legend. Every BMX rider looks up to him, and he's back up on his feet, and he's able to keep on going. So, hey, you know what? Sometimes you gotta settle for the wins of being healthy in situations like this.
All right, Brian Fox currently sits in 10th place. He has rolled the dice twice here on that 1080, which has not worked out for him. He's been so close on it. He's washed out at the end of the run on the 1080. Will the 3rd time be the charm, Scotty?
Well, he's bringing the energy right now, so I'm pretty excited about this one.
There's that double backflip again to start it off.
Perfect. Oh, he had to settle for the bar spin. He doesn't have any speed. What's he going to do?
Once,
and he's
twice,
still going for the
3.
1080. Oh, no, again. Oh, man. But you know what? Look at this, guys. In such great spirits. He's got to feel fantastic just being in the X Games. This is the biggest BMX event that we have every year, so he's got to be so proud of that. But look at this beautiful double backflip. He comes in. I think he landed a little bit low, as you can see. He didn't get the full landing to be able to pump and get speed down. He had to settle for the bar spin over the second jump, and that's when things kind of ruin your momentum right there, and it's so hard to come back from that. It's impossible. You're working against physics at that point.
At least 3 for 3 starting off the run there with the double backflips, just rolling the dice. But you know what? Trying to make that 1080 happen, but not for an X Games rookie getting out here and throwing down for the fans. As we look up to the top of the rolling here, Colton Walker due up next, our current leader. Let's check in one more time with Brian Kaczynski before we get to Colton's next run.
All right, well, I just had a good conversation with Colton Walker. Sure, he's an X Games rookie, but he has the attitude of a pro. He's a local boy. He's got a lot of family support out here, and he's just ready to have fun today on his bike. His second run obviously was incredible, and we're excited to see what he's got for his 3rd.
Yeah, so he gets to drop it, or rolling next, I should say. Youngest BMX athlete at X Games Minneapolis this weekend at just 20 years old. And by the way, here's a little stat for you. Only one other rookie has ever taken an X Games BMX Dirt Gold, and that was Stephen Murray. And you have to go all the way back to 2001 for that stat. He's in the driver's seat right now. Can he hang on? Can he bump that score right here? We know he's got a couple extra different things in that bag of tricks he can add to the run here, Scotty.
He's fully capable. He really is, and he looks determined today. Bar spin the backflip tail whip. He's got the 360 downside whip. It looked like he was looking for a combination there. Right into the triple whip. You know what? It looks like he's still going to have fun on this one. Throwing the flare bar spin.
So that happens so fast at real-time speed. It's mind-boggling to see. And then when you watch it on the replay, and you're like, how?
Honestly, I'm a BMX rider, and I look at that, and it's hard for me to understand. So I can only imagine people tuning in right now, trying to figure out how this guy's able to come up with it. So look at this. He's leaning, doing the backflip, watching it as it comes around, catching the bike with his feet, clamping the bike, spinning the handlebars around. It's so complicated right here, but that is the craziest trick we've seen on the quarter pipe today. Very, very technical riding from Colton.
It's just wild how he's flat spinning in the middle of that and where he catches those bars and how he rotates that one around. So he'll stick with that second run score, but again, the X Games rookie is sitting in the top spot as of right now. Again, this is the third and final round here. It's the best run that counts. You're looking at Logan Martin. He is currently sitting in a silver medal position.
Well, that can easily be changed right here because this guy is a machine. Backflip bars from the tail. Oh, no!
That looping out, that one just gets away from him.
That's a tough situation right there. See, he didn't have enough speed to get over the distance right there. As you can see, he still throws the hands in there, but the back wheel hits the landing at the point where his rotation wasn't around enough. But look at it from the side view right here. He commits, though. He puts the hands in there. He knows he has to go for this one right here. And as he comes around, just not enough momentum to keep it going. And a lot of these guys are riding brakeless right here. So if you have brakes, you're able to grab the back wheel, stop your momentum to help you go forward. But you know what? That time, it just didn't work out for him. And that's what's so difficult about BMX Dirt right here. There's so many special moments on this.
All right, so he's going to have to settle for that second run score and hope that it's good enough for silver. We've got 5 riders left to go, but right now it's a rookie in the lead. Can Colton Walker hang on? We'll find out when we come back for the conclusion of BMX Dirt Final after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Hello, my name is Ronnie Skevis. I am half Italian, half Greek. I have been shooting action photography for the last 15 years. This photo of Panos Manaros was taken last summer during Manaros 24/7 project in the island of Milos, in a really nice place called Sarakiniko Beach. This footplant in particular was really a standout because the angle was perfect, the light was perfect, and the result is what you see in the photo.
We talked about this earlier in the show. Again, part of that photography initiative, and if you want to get online and vote for your favorites, you can do that at xgames.com/Zoom. Again, just another prime example of some of the amazing action sports photography that's available to check out and vote on over there at xgames.com/Zoom. Here inside the U.S. Bank Stadium, though, we're down to the third and final round. Those names that you see in yellow have yet to ride here. We're down to our 5 final riders. But as of right now, the big story, an X Games rookie here in Dirt, Colton Walker, he sits in that top spot with a 93 flat, but we've still got some heavy hitters left to go here, including our defending gold medalist from last year, Kevin Peraza. So it is far from over, Scotty Kramer.
This is a real crazy competition at this point. These guys are trying their biggest tricks right now. It's so competitive. BMX is turning into such an amazing sport. Such perfection is needed to be on this podium.
Well, this is Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final as we get set to bring in Nick Bruce. He currently sits 1 spot outside of the podium in 4th place.
All right, Nick is dropping in, going with the 360 no-handed backflip, going in with the double tail up. Let's see if he can keep this going right now. Oh my goodness! Underflip, triple whip into a flare double tail whip.
That was 2 monster tricks to finish off that run for Nick Bruce.
Wow, I haven't seen that one before from Nick. That's pretty crazy.
Oh, you need an 88.66 or better to crack into the top 3 right now.
So let's see this one. This is the new one right here. 3 tail whips as it comes around. Unbelievable. I don't know how you can hang upside down in that position and get the tail whips around.
See, look at where his legs are when he's doing that.
It's amazing.
It's almost like an Indian air when he's upside down.
And this is a huge trick right here. A flare double tail up. Not many people are capable of this trick, and he's doing it at the end of his run. I know he slipped the foot a little bit, but it was minor. Very minor. Very, very minor.
That left foot was floating around a little bit on the pedal, but I agree with you. That toe dab was absolutely minor, but those were 2 monster tricks. Again, an 88.66 or better is what you need to jump into the top 3. Our lead score right now is a 93 flat, so it's going to be an 87.66, so it'll be a point or shy, so he will stay in 4th place as of right now. But man, what a finish that was right there from Nick Bruce. Kyle Baldock looking at a bronze medal as of right now. We'll see if he can jump up and try to take that lead away from Colton Walker. This guy has got some monster tricks, and he's able to link them up back to back. Can he do it here in this last run?
All right, here we go. It looks like a backward combination on the first one. Oh no, he went with a straight bar spin. This is not what he wants to do right here. But he still goes for the 720 double tail whip.
Oh, so we've seen him do a single tail whip in the 720, so doubling it up that go around at the end of the run.
That's an insane trick right there. We need to see a replay of this one to show you guys. He's got to throw the bike around twice, catch it, and then you can see he goes for the rest of his rotation. But it was just a little, not enough hang time to be able to squeeze that all around. He had to push through the jump, and that made his angle of his bike when he came in not ready to go into the landing. So, but he's back up on his bike. He's riding away from it. You know, so glad to see that.
Well, he's going to stick with that first run score. It's got him at 88.66, looking at a bronze medal as of right now. However, there are still 3 riders left to go. It's our podium from last year at X Games Austin, and those 3 riders are all outside of the top 3 looking in. So it all comes down to these final runs here at Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. We've got James Foster due up next. Those first 2 runs have just not worked out for him. Look at that look of concentration he's got on his face right now. You know that he's going through the motions in his head right now before he comes down that rolling.
Same look he had right on Big Air. James is a very focused and calculated rider. He makes sure he goes over exactly what he is doing before he drops in. It's all mental. There's so much mental that goes into this game, and James is fully capable of taking over.
There's a shot of your current leader who sits in the top spot with a 93 flat as we bring in James Foster.
All right, going over the first one, back from tail whip. Looked like he was going to do something else. Superman Secret Indian. Oh, and then the double back. Oh, no. Oh.
Looping out on that one.
Over-rotating that one. Oh, so X Games Medical is down there checking up on him. Oh, I've been in the same situation as that. Just last year in my BMX park run, I did a similar crash. It's not pleasant at all. He landed. Oh, he overshot the jump. As you can see, he had so much speed going into this double backflip. He bypassed the landing, so when he was thinking about coming in nosedive and accepting the landing, he was already past that point, as you can see clearly in this replay. And he lands right on his backside. And in BMX, it happens. It does. That's what we call looping out, when you bypass the back wheel and you go right to your backside. But James
goes into the landing on this too, and it's so all that impact right there on the backside. And then again, coming off of the Big Air final the other night too. I mean, those guys took a bit of a beating in Big Air the other night as well. I mean, that is a monster ramp that those guys have to ride. He took a couple of falls over there, so to see him riding here at this level in the dirt final just 2 days after that gold medal performance, good to see him up and okay though, and sitting over there being talked to right now by X Games Medical, but good to see him get up and walk away under his own power. There's a current shot of your silver medal position as of right now. That was Logan Martin sitting in 2nd place with 2 riders left to go. So with 2 riders left to go, we know that Colton Walker's going to walk out of here with a medal. The question is, what color is it going to be? As our final 2 riders still on the outside looking in, this is Ben Wallace, your silver medalist from last year at X Games Austin. He currently sits in a 7th place position.
Ben Wallace is going to have to bring out that huge air that he is known for and connect all these tricks. And I'm looking to see some interesting combos out of this guy. Massive 360 look back over the first one. He's got good speed going into the triple tail, but he could not get his feet back on.
Slips those pedals.
Oh, and he's still continuing the course with good spirits on that one. So
out of speed over that last set and having some fun with some lip tricks on that quarter pipe. So
yeah, you know what? That's part of this game. Everything has to be precision. You know, it's like a chess match against yourself. You have to be able to conquer all the obstacles in the way. You know, there's 3 jumps that you have to land perfect on to continue and get your best score. So here's the triple tail whip coming around. He looked like he had good speed for it. As he caught the bike, he caught it a little leaning back, so he couldn't get to the pedal straight away. And that's what caused him to have to put his feet down on this one.
Taking another look at it here.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. So look at the bike is just so far in front of him. He could not get it back underneath of him. So he had to settle for, you know, just landing safely and not falling down by putting his feet and continue on.
So he's going to have to stick with his first run score. That'll keep him in 7th, and with 1 rider left to go. That means we'll see Colton Walker as well as Logan Martin on the podium. Kyle Baldock is sitting in the bronze medal position as of right now, but it all comes down to this final run. Last rider to go here at Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. There's your current leader, an X Games rookie. And as I mentioned before, no rookie has taken dirt gold since all the way back in 2001. But this is your defending gold medalist, so it comes down to this last run right here as we bring in Kevin Peraza.
This is a huge moment for Kevin. He's coming off of that win yesterday. He's got momentum. Let's see if he can continue on. 360 tail up to perfect invert. Going into that long dart front flip. Oh, and he is well loops out on the landing. Ouch.
Just loops that one out, and that means Colton Walker, the youngest BMX athlete at X Games Minneapolis, the rookie, takes the gold medal. First time a rookie's done it in dirt since 2001, and the last time a rookie's medaled in dirt at all goes back to 2006, Anthony Napolitan. But man, what an afternoon for that young man right there.
Unbelievable. I am so proud of Colton Walker. I've been following his career since he came in, and I've been such a fan of his riding. And look, it pays off today. The biggest win of his career, it has to be. Look at him. He is so... This moment right here is something that he will never forget for the rest of his life.
And for the family as well, the Walker family rolling deep out here at X Games in Minneapolis. They were all in the stands yesterday for Park. They were all wearing white T-shirts, sitting a couple of rows back off the park course. But man, what a great performance by him, and that has to feel absolutely amazing right now. So taking a look at your final standings here from Fruit of the Loom BMX Dirt Final. Kyle Baldock taking a bronze medal here. Logan Martin with the silver, and the rookie comes in and takes the gold medal here with the 93 flat, and that was in round number 2, and that one was able to hold up through the rest of round 2 as well as that third and final round of competition. Let's send it down now to Brian Kaczynski, who's with our winner.
All right, we're here with gold medalist in X Games Dirt, Colton Walker. Colton, how does a kid from a small town in Wisconsin end up winning X Games gold here in Minneapolis?
I put my heart and soul into this sport. It's my favorite thing ever in the world, and I can't explain to you how it feels right now to win a gold medal on my first year at X Games. It's seriously a dream come true. I thank all of you. Honestly, I think it's your guys' energy that gave me the ability to do this, and I can't believe it right now.
Well, amazing job. You were dominant today. Congrats, buddy. I'm proud of you.
Just to give you an enormity of that moment, did you see the look on his face? And what a summer he's having. He's coming off of a win at the triples event at the Nitro World Games. That's 2 years in a row at that event for him. And then he comes in here and gets the big win at X Games Minneapolis, and deservedly so with that monster score of 93 flat. Right now, let's check out today's breathable moment brought to you by Fruit of the Loom.
All right, so here it is, Colton Walker with his exclamation point in his run, the flare tail whip 2-bar spin, perfectly executed. That is such a difficult technical trick, but it does not faze Colton Walker. He was able to come in and stomp it today in front of everyone.
And just look at the reaction on his face. He cannot believe it. His rookie X Games appearance, and walks out of here with a gold medal. And what a performance here by all 10 of these riders. I mean, most of these guys had to run through an open qualifier earlier in the week, and you know, that was a daunting task in itself just to make it here to the final, Scotty.
Oh, absolutely. These guys put their all into it. As you could say, his heart and soul went into this event right here. Every one of them, they tried their hardest, so congratulations.